Hello, people. What is happening? It's an honour to be speaking to you from Chris Cowlin's channel, Spurs Chat Podcast. I'm Harry Scarfe, a football content creator and YouTuber at 16 years old. I'm a regular here at Spurs Chat Podcast. I have my own YouTube channel, Scarfe Spurs Still. In today's little video, we're going to be talking about Ange Postecoglou's press conference today, where he talks about Elfsberg, injuries, transfers, and moves on to Brentford this weekend. So it's really interesting one. So we're going to highlight all the key points and what they kind of mean. As always, do smash the subscribe button to Chris Carlin's channel. As I said, I'm a regular here, which is great to hear. And get involved in the comments below. Very interested to hear from you. We kick it off with the team news summarised generally, which I've put together. So team news in terms of players available, not available. Draxler's out, but they're unsure on the extent and the significance of the injury, and the time period is just unknown at this moment in time. So at the time of recording, that's exactly the same. Spence, Reguilon and Kinski are now available. Obviously, they were ineligible, should I say, in that Europa League last outing, in that 3-0 win last time out. So, Elfsberg, but they're now available and we can register them now. We've got past that group stage, luckily avoided those extra 2-leg qualifiers. If we choose to, I think we'll probably register all three. Certainly Spence and Kinski would be sensible. Vicario, Udogie, Odegaard and Werner are 7 to 10 days away, and Solanke's due back the week after. So for Vicario, Udogie, Odegaard and Werner, we're looking a week and a half, but Solanke 2.5 weeks. Probably misses that Liverpool game, which is a shame. Romero is a slow healer, is the words that Ange Postecoglou used specifically, and a week-by-week basis, he said, is what's being done. That's a shame, because he's back in training. I was hoping he'd be back for Liverpool, but it's a possibility now. He's probably not, and looks like maybe one of the last ones to come back. So let's dive in deeper into a few bits about that. Let's start with Draxler. Ange, he's not available for this weekend at the moment. We just have to see the extent of it. It's a knee. We've got to settle it down. There's always concern when it's a knee injury, but we don't know the extent, so possibly not speculating or anything there. Just wanting to play it down and let the medical team and that do their work. He got asked if Mickey van der Ven was ready to play 90 minutes for Brentford after his return. Played that first half, didn't he? First 45 against Elfsberg, which he confirmed was a planned substitution, by the way. Same with Son and Bentancur making way. He said, we'll see. Probably not 90 minutes, though, only because of the short turnaround. Makes sense, doesn't it? He said he felt really good last night. It was great to have him back out there. He's a good player, but you don't realise how much of a good player he is until you see him out there. That's really true. He's also really complimentary of Brentford and Thomas Frank. He said, Brentford's a tough place to go. He talked about Brentford's home form, but he talked, in particular, I found interesting about, Thomas Frank. He's just talking about Brentford, a team that no one had heard of Thomas Frank had come in. And, really, really complimentary of him. It's interesting to hear. And he alluded to, he was asked about it, but he did also mention about how that started his Spurs career and that. Talked about management, how, managers aren't given long now, so it's nice to be here 18 months later. Spurs typically only give managers, don't they, 18 months. So, Ange was all positive in his press conference, like he was post-match against Elfsberg. Which is great to see. So much more easier to listen to pre and post match when we got that result, as is any manager. An interesting piece, lastly, that I found interesting was on Lucas Bergevall. And it's really interesting what he said, because it mixed performance with Bergevall. He said he's such an exciting player, but I think like any young player, he's made a couple of mistakes early on in the game. And he just wanted to atone for those mistakes. He dug himself into a deep hole when he was trying to do things a little too complicated. The message from me was just to get him to settle down, keep his game simple and get the rhythm back. We saw Ange giving him those instructions on the touchline. He said the thing is with Lucas that even when he's making those mistakes, he works awfully hard and never stops running. He's such a great asset for him. So those are the main things that I've picked out from Ange Postecoglou's press conference. If you're interested to hear more, you can go to the Spurs website, but there are the main things. So team news is positive, players starting to come back, and I hope we can put together a nice run of form. But as I said, he's really upbeat, Ange, going into this game, and I do hope we can get a positive run of fixtures with players coming back as well. Tough few games in the league. We want to avoid potential relegation battles and make or break time for the club the next couple of weeks. But that is Ange Postecoglou's press conference that we've dissected, but really appreciate your support. As always, whenever I'm involved with content on this channel. If you want to know what I do, I'm a football content creator and YouTuber at just 16 years old. My own personal socials are Harry Scarfe22 for that. I'm a regular here at Spurs Chat Podcast, Spurs Kings TV. I'm a politics news reporter for Politics UK. But I also have my own channel and podcast with Spurs in England, and that is Scarfe Spurs Talk, delivering daily content. So if you can check that out, as well as subscribing here to Spurs Chat Podcast, that would be fantastic. Big up to the legend Chris Cowling for letting me do this as always. I really appreciate all the opportunities and to support a top creator. And I know you guys continue to support Chris, so make sure you do that. A massive common you Spurs. Really enjoyed listening to Ange's press conference today. A lot more upbeat.